Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making another summer favorite. We're making lemon meringue pie, but this is like no other lemon meringue pie you've had in the past. This is a chocolate lemon meringue pie. Yes, we're combining a rich and delicious chocolate ganache with a luscious lemon curd in a pie, and we're topping the entire thing with an Italian meringue. So let's get started. In a medium bowl, gradually combine the graham crackers crumbs, lemon zest, the brown sugar and the salt, and mix well between each addition. If you are using whole graham crackers, finely crush them in a food processor or place them in a Ziploc bag and roll with a rolling pin. Make sure there are no chunks left, as they can cause the crust to crack. When all dry ingredients are combined, pour in the melted butter and stir until the mixture looks like wet sand. Now that your mixture is ready, press it into the bottom and up the sides of a 9-inch pie dish. Make sure you press hard to compact. You can either use the bottom of a glass or a measuring cup to press the bottom, but definitely use your fingers to press the sides. For the crust, you have two options. You can either go for a no-bake, and all you have to do is to place it in the fridge for at least an hour before filling. And if you decide to leave it longer, make sure it is covered so it doesn't over dry. Or you can go for a baked crust in a preheated 325 oven for about 8 to 10 minutes. Then you want to allow it to cool completely before filling. In a medium bowl, break the chocolate into pieces, then pour in the hot cream, making sure all the chocolate pieces are covered. Allow to stand for about 5 minutes or so. You can also place the lid on top of the bowl to trap in the heat. Now add the corn syrup, which will act as a preservative and will also make your ganache super shiny. Then add the butter. To mix, you want to use a rubber spatula. And starting from the middle, gently mix until the chocolate is completely melted and your ganache is smooth and shiny. Do not use a whisk, it will incorporate air into the ganache. It is a fill-in ganache, so we want it to be thick and dense. Also, make sure you use high-quality chocolate. If you find that the chocolate is not melting fast enough, you can place the ball on top of a double boiler and keep stirring until your ganache is ready. Let the ganache sit for about 15 minutes or so before pouring it into the crust. Then place the pie in the fridge for about 2 hours or until the ganache has completely firmed up. Now let's make the lemon curd. Start by making the lemon sugar. In a food processor, mix the sugar, lemon zest, and pulse to combine. Then combine sugar, eggs, cornstarch, and lemon juice in a saucepan. Give it a quick mix and cook over low heat, stirring continuously until it thickens. If you want to have more control on the cooking process, I highly recommend using a double boiler. Just make sure the bottom of the bowl does not touch the simmering water. The curd should be ready in about less than 5 minutes on direct heat and about 15 minutes in a double boiler. Off the heat, add butter and my secret ingredients, the heavy cream, which will make the curd extra creamy and luscious. Mix until the butter has completely melted and all the ingredients are fully combined. Transfer the lemon curd into a bowl and cover with plastic wrap. Pressing the wrap gently against the lemon curd to prevent the skin from forming. Then you want to let it cool at room temp and then place it in the fridge for about an hour before pouring it over the ganache. Once the lemon curd is ready, mix it with a spoon to get rid of any lumps. Then gently spread it in an even layer on top of the firm ganache layer. Use an offset spatula or just a regular spoon. You can also use a pastry bag to evenly spread the curd over the chocolate ganache. Place the pie back in the fridge for about 2 hours to allow the layers to set. Make sure you cover it with a plastic wrap to prevent the curd from forming a skin. Now let's make the meringue. In a saucepan, mix water, sugar, and cook over medium-high heat until sugar dissolves. Let the mixture boil for about 3 to 4 minutes until syrupy, then remove from the heat and set aside. In the meantime, with a handheld mixer or a stand mixer fitted with a whisk, start to slowly whisk your egg whites and cream of tartar on medium speed until just starting to foam. Here are a couple of tips when making meringue. Make sure your egg whites are free of any yolk residue and that your mixing bowl and whisk are clean and super dry. Then slowly pour the hot syrup in a steady stream along the inner wall of the bowl and into the egg whites while still whisking. Turn the mixer to full speed and whisk until cool to room temperature. There are 3 types of meringue: Italian, French, and Swiss. I chose to go for an Italian meringue because it's the most stable type of meringue, as the melted sugar cooks the egg whites, resulting in a soft and glossy finish that does not need to be baked in the oven and holds its shape so well. The meringue is now ready to use. Let's finish up this delicious pie. Place the meringue on top of the lemon curd layer. Then use a rubber or an offset spatula to spread it. You can also pipe in the meringue using a pastry bag. I personally like to give it more of a rustic look using my offset spatula to make random peaks. Then brown the meringue using a handheld torch or your oven broil. Just make sure you keep a very close eye on it. Serve immediately or place it back in the fridge. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next week for a new and yummy recipe. Bye!